Hey Pisces, let's see what's coming up for you guys in the month of September. And I swear, guys, this table is usually clean. It's just I passed my hands over it so long that I'm just like, fuck it. It's gonna look dirty as fuck. It is what it is. Okay, so while I shuffle and lay out the cards for Pisces in the month of September, please make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, do what you can to like push the algorithm and get this video out there to more Pisceans. Okay. All right, so we start off with the Eight of Pentacles because that lets me know you guys appreciate the work, the time, energy I put into these. Okay. Page of Wands, Seven of Cups, Knight of Swords. It's coming up for Pisces. The Chariot. Okay. The Hermit, Knight of Pentacles, the Death card. Oh, we got an extra one. Three of Cups and the Eight of Wands. Okay, overall energy is the Six of Cups. Interesting. Okay, Gemini. So, did I say Pisces? I am so sorry, Gemini. I don't know why the fuck. Maybe you're dealing with a Pisces. maybe you've got. Fuck. Gemini. It's for Gemini. I will put that in the title. Don't worry. Definitely for Gemini. Okay, what's coming up for... Don't worry, as I was shuffling, I was thinking about Gemini, okay? So, although Pisces kept coming out... Now I feel like I have to start over. Oh well, alright. What's the advice for Gemini? Okay, we start off with the Turtle. What's the advice for Gemini? September. The Oyster. The Nightingale. And the Swan. Overall energy is the Lizard. Interesting. Okay. So, this is a little bit of a interesting development because Gemini, I'm not like trying to call you out or anything, but Gemini for the most part can be a little detached, right? You're not really, it's very difficult for you to actually let people in because, let's be real, people bore you for the most part. Unless they're really interesting people, you're just like, not really. Not really my type, right? But I do think with the Six of Cups, you're definitely finding somebody that you are interested in. They are fascinating to you. I'm kind of picking up the way the little boy is looking at that little girl. Like, she's just fascinating to him. He can't keep his eyes off her. So, let's look at the overall advice. We've got the Lizard as the overall advice. And the Lizard is a reminder to allow yourself to dream, right? Just like the lizard sits in the sun, kind of soaks in its warm rays, and it's like a very calm, peaceful moment. Allow yourself that time to meditate, to dream, to think. Give yourself some downtime, right? Now we're starting off with the Eight of Pentacles, the Seven of Cups, and the Page of Wands. So I do see you working really hard on something. Maybe you are improving some sort of craft or skill. I do think with the Seven of Cups and the Lizard, this is something that this is a dream. Like, it could be some lifelong dream you've had. It could be some goal that you really have been trying to reach for a really long time. It does require stepping outside your comfort zone. Like, I don't know what you're doing, but whatever it is you're doing, it requires doing things that you're not usually comfortable with. But I do think it's going to turn out well, right? Because you are very focused right now. In fact, you're driven. Like, you're feeling a lot of energy, a lot of drive. The Knight and the Chariot are both cards that have to do with being driven. Like, look at the faces on them. The energy is about movement, forward movement, and a lot of focus, determination, right? Although this is a major arcana. So this one is like a short burst of energy, but then it's consistent. It continues. It starts off well and it continues well. With the Hermit, I do think that this also requires a lot of knowledge. Whatever it is you're creating, you've got the knowledge and the skill to back it up. I'm not seeing a lot of romance, to be honest. We'll see. When the clarifying cards, we'll find out what is really going on, right? But we do have the Knight of Pentacles, the Death card, and the Three of Cups, and the Eight of Wands. So this is something you want to do long term, or maybe you're trying to build some sort of wealth long term. But the major arcanas that are coming out, the Chariot, the Hermit, the Death card, they're really about your life is about to change, but it's about to change because of the experiences you've been through, because of the knowledge you've acquired so far. You are causing a change in your life. But it is something to celebrate. It's something that's coming towards you faster than you can possibly imagine. So the advice, we've got the turtle, the oyster, the nightingale, and the swan. The turtle is about, it's similar to the hermit. It's about these experiences you've been through. You're carrying this with you. You are making these experiences a part of your story, a chapter in your book. But with the oyster, I do think for a long time, maybe you didn't share your talents, you didn't share your skills with a lot of people. Maybe not everybody knew how good you were at certain things, or that you even had a talent in certain areas. And I do think that that's changing now. You're opening up to sharing this. You're opening up to sharing your gifts, your skills, your talents. And it could have to do with something artistic, because both of these cards are artistic in different ways, right? The nightingale, it's blue because it represents the throat chakra, right? However, the nightingale speaks of holding things back for a really long time, similar to the oyster. The oyster is special because it takes what is supposed to be a difficulty, right? Sand that falls into its shell. It's supposed to be rough. It's supposed to hurt the oyster. So what the oyster does to protect itself, it starts coating it with the nectar it releases until it creates a pearl. So this is taking experiences that you've been through, adversities that you've lived through, and turning them into something beautiful, turning them into a skill. And the nightingale is similar but different in the sense that this is a lot of things that you've not expressed, right? In fact, if you look at the egg sitting beneath the nightingale, the egg is a lot larger than the actual bird. So you're holding back a lot of things that you would actually be really good at that have to do with expression, self-expression. So perhaps something to do with singing, something to do with poetry, writing. It could have something to do with art, maybe painting, maybe sculpting. Whatever it is, it has to do with self-expression. You have not given yourself the freedom to express your artistic side. So, hold on, I'm reading the comment. The Taurus reading is already uploaded, just so you know. It was the one uploaded right before this one. This one is for Gemini. Okay, so Taurus is already up. Okay, so the swan is a representative of the goddess Saraswati. All right. So whenever you combine all of these things, the swan represents artistic pursuits, but it also represents being blessed by the gods in artistic pursuits. So whatever it is you're doing, Gemini, that had you doubting and hiding your skills, you don't need to do that anymore. And I think that you're in that stage where you're allowing yourself to dream. You're allowing yourself to express the side of you that you've been hiding for so long. But it is going to pay off in a really beautiful way. So let's go ahead and start clarifying. I'm excited what's coming up for Gemini because, all right, hold on. That was a terrible shuffle. Let me do one more. What's coming up for Gemini? Let's clarify this Six of Cups. Clarify Six of Cups. We start off with the Queen of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Chariot. Interesting. With the Death card. So Death card is here twice, right? But I do think that part of your inspiration to do better, that's where the Six of Cups came in. This could be somebody who, inspired you, right? That's why you're fascinated by them. They may have that charisma, that confidence, that drive, that inspired you to be driven and be like, you know what, there's nothing wrong with wanting this. And it caused a transformation. Or for those of you who are like, no, it came from me. Okay, that's valid too. This could be a transformation that came from you. You are the one that's growing in confidence, charisma, and daring, being bold, right? Let's clarify this Eight of Pentacles. Clarify the Eight of Pentacles. Oh boy. Wow. Five of Wands, Five of Swords. Okay, not fond of that. What are you dealing with, Gemini? Clarify Eight of Pentacles for Gemini. Queen of Pentacles with the Moon card. Okay, so you're going to have to overcome some fears here. With the Moon card being the overall energy of this little spread, and the Five of Swords here, Five of Wands here, there's a fear, like you're afraid you may not be as successful as you want to be. Or you're afraid you're not as talented, as good as other people. Whatever it is you're making, right? You could be making music, art, songs, sculpting, whatever it is you're making. Your fear is that you're not good enough. Your fear is that you're not talented enough. You don't have enough skill. But I think that you're realizing the Queen of Pentacles. Let me put it this way. I'm getting two different messages, okay? For some of you, with the Queen of Pentacles, you're realizing that as long as you continue putting in the hard work, as long as you continue investing, you are going to be successful. For others of you, you're the type of person that's self-taught, right? So maybe you are the type of musician that naturally has a knack for music. This is an example. Obviously, not everybody that's a Gemini is a musician or a writer, right? Gemini loves words, communication. Maybe you're a writer that taught yourself. You just started writing. You never went to school for it. You didn't get any degree. And that is part of the fear where you're like, what if I'm not, what if I'm not professional enough? What if I'm not, oh my God, the word is going right out of my mind. Basically, yeah, you're not good enough. You're telling yourself you're not good enough. When in reality, you are. It's just that you have to overcome this internal battle. Because the Queen of Pentacles tells me, along with the Eight of Pentacles, you've put in all the fucking work. You are at Nine of Pentacles status. You just have to stop doubting yourself. You can't, you can't doubt yourself forever. You have all of these stories that need to be told. Tell them. Don't doubt yourself, Gemini. Let's look at the Seven of Cups. Fear of rejection is deep for a lot of people. I'm just saying. It's not unnatural. It's actually quite natural. It's okay, but you've got to overcome it. Clarify Seven of Cups. We've got the Sun card. Clarify Seven of Cups with Gemini. Woo. Three of Swords. And the Justice card with the Queen of Cups. So several different things are playing out here, Gemini. I feel like when you were younger, when you were in your childhood, the Three of Swords happened. Your heart was broken by maybe an adult telling you that that's not realistic. Any job in the arts is a waste of time. Whatever it was that was said to you really, really had an impact on your psyche, really had an impact on your mentality. So you were kind of like, no, I've got to do the right thing. I've got to do what other people do, right? I've got to do a 9 to 5. I've got to do this. I've got to do that. But you fucking hate it. And so the Seven of Cups is like, for the first time, look at all the things that are filling those cups. Look at the masks of the arts, right? Look at a dragon. Dragons are mythological creatures. They're fairy tales. But he's allowing himself to dream. A harp, a snake, which represents knowledge, laurels, which represents success, treasure, which represents prosperity, right? So this is allowing yourself to finally get in touch with all of these things that before seemed like a dream. Now you're like, you know what? Queen of Cups, your intuition is telling you you're meant for that. Your intuition is telling you that's where you would thrive. And that's probably why the oyster's coming up now. Like, you've hidden this talent for so long. You've taken that adversity. And here's why this is an adversity, okay? So when we think of an adult telling a child, that's useless, that's irrelevant, that's not a good career, that's blah, blah, blah. And yet this child loves that so much, they do it in their spare time, but they're always doing it because that's their passion, that's their love. Maybe writing. Let's focus on writing, right? Maybe he's always writing, creating little stories, creating this world, doing all of these amazing artistic concepts. And then one day, all of that work will be exposed. That's the oyster moment, right? So it's like something that was an adversity turns into a benefit because although he hid it, it's like all of a sudden this rush of art comes out of this person because he turned that into something beautiful. All right. Let's clarify the Page of Wands. Clarify Page of Wands for Gemini. Okay, we've got the Nine of Cups, Four of Pentacles. And then we've got the Two of Cups. Interesting. With the Star card. So I think that fame was something that also had a negative connotation in your childhood. When people talked about fame, they talked about it as something superficial. They talked about it as something that was a waste of time. It was not beneficial to society, etc., etc. And for the first time, you're allowing yourself to see it as a positive thing. You're thinking, well, people that are famous can do things for others, right? They influence the world for good or for bad. What type of influence am I going to be in the world? So with the Nine of Cups, you're finally thinking, if I allow myself to live my dream, what type of influence would I be on the world? With the Four of Pentacles, you're also realizing just how much power and drive you have to be successful. And you're bringing into harmony the two parts of yourself, right? Because you used to think, okay, well, I have to be humble. I don't need fame. But then the other part of you wanted fame. And you start realizing you can reconcile these two things. Okay. You can be somebody well known. Look at Keanu Reeves, right? That's like one of my favorite examples. Keanu Reeves is known as somebody who always gives his wealth away to those who are less fortunate, always is a good influence in the world because he's really striving to be a better person, not because he's wealthy, but because of his actions, right? He's using his influence in the best way possible. You're starting to realize that that is possible. Now, option number two, because there's two different stories here, is that this person that inspired you is also somebody who is blending these two things, which is inspiring you to be like, you know what, that is possible. I can see that happening. Being an influencer and still not maintaining my being grounded or my being real. Let's see. Let's clarify this Knight of Swords. Ten of Wands. The Hanged Man. Clarify Knight of Swords. And the Page of Pentacles. With the King of Wands. Okay. So now you're taking action. But check this out. This is why I said I think this is somebody that inspired you, right? They're showing up as the Queen of Wands, somebody who gave you that desire to thrive, or who inspired you to allow your desire to thrive, to live. Now you're showing up as the King of Wands. You're showing up as this person's match. So maybe before you were the page, right? Maybe before you were a little hesitant, you were a little kind of just dipping your toes in the water, and now you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna dive in. I'm taking action. Chariot, right? Because look, this is, all three are action-oriented cards. The Knight of Swords, King of Wands, the Chariot. Like the king, this king is the fiery king out of all the kings, right? He is definitely action-oriented. So you're accepting, with the Ten of Wands, you're accepting that it's a responsibility. You're accepting that, yes, maybe doing certain things comes with its own responsibility, with its own share of burden, but you're not seeing things the same way you used to. With the Hanged Man, it's like your world has tipped upside down and you're seeing things from a completely different perspective. But now you're focused. Look at the way the page is looking at that coin. I'm focused. I want to do, this is what I want to do. And I've got a vision, I've got a goal, and I'm going to accomplish it. Being very driven. Let's look at this Chariot, because that's exactly what the Chariot represents, being driven. Clarify the Chariot. We've got the Three of Cups. Clarify the Chariot for Gemini. Page of Swords. Page of Wands, and the World card. With the Temperance card. So yeah, you are, I do feel you blending two pieces together, which, you know, I already said that, right? The Two of Cups felt that way to me, but here it is again on a higher scale. The Two of Cups is a minor arcana. So this makes me think that you're blending two different things that has to do with your daily reality. Whereas the Temperance card is coming up to me as a major arcana. This is your higher self. Your higher self is blending your past with your present. So maybe you're bringing to life skills that you learned in other lives. Things that were your specialty in other lives are being brought to life in this one. I know that sounds a little out there, but for those of you who have that belief system, that's happening right now. So with the Chariot, you're definitely, this is the Emperor, okay? You are gung-ho about this. You are going for it. Nothing is stopping you. This is about conquering all challenges, obstructions, not letting anything get in your way. With the Three of Cups, I do think that this is a celebratory moment for you, right? And it has come up twice. It's the card that's at the end as well. So you're definitely celebrating. You're not letting yourself be knocked down anymore. When people start telling you that it's not realistic, that it's not this, you're like, yeah, well, it's not realistic for you. Maybe you can't do it, and that's okay. You're meant to do something else, but I am meant to do this. I am celebrating me. You are definitely approaching it from a very different angle with the Page of Swords. You're thinking outside the box. You're allowing yourself to think outside the box. You're not tied down by conventions, by the way society wants to do things. You're definitely stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things your way. But that is bringing you success. We have the World card, right? This is feeling this divine, like a divine doorway opening up is what I really feel. Something that you have been working towards, but maybe you're really blind to for a really long time. And all of a sudden, boom, it illuminates right in front of you, this doorway that's always been there. You just couldn't see it. Now that you've decided, now that you've taken action, it shows up. The light clarifies it for you. Let's clarify this, this Hermit. Clarify the Hermit for Gemini. Clarify the Hermit for Gemini. What's coming up? The Queen of Swords. Five of Cups. Okay, that's a lot. I'm not going to take all those. I'm going to take the one I saw. Queen of Cups. And the Magician. Okay. Gemini. You've manifested some sort of, like you've manifested a new partner. Perhaps this Queen of Wands that inspired you is a new love interest. And you've been dealing with somebody who is very cold, detached. Maybe they cut you down. Could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be a type of person that tells you, you know, that's stupid. Why are you doing that? That's not realistic. And it has led you to a lot of disappointment. It has led you into a lot of introspection. Like, am I doing this for the right reasons? why am I doing this? But then along comes this Queen of Cups, which I think is the same person as the Queen of Wands. And this makes the Six of Cups, which is the overall energy, right? This person is different. They help you see the beautiful side of what you're doing. They allow you to see that the obstacles in your way, the difficulties in your path have been turned into a pearl for you to show the world. So I think that this is it was a very difficult lesson, knowing that, maybe not all people are going to be supportive. Not all people are going to believe in you or your dream. And that's okay. Because as long as you find the ones that do, you realize that you manifested that support. You manifested that person that believes in you, that's going to be giving you that undying support, right? Like your own personal cheerleader, but they believe in themselves too. It's not like it's just for you. Let's look at this Knight of Pentacles. Clarify Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Seven of Swords. Oh dear. Seven of Swords, the Strength card. Clarify Knight of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles with the Ace of Wands. I think that although you're very drawn to this Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups combination, you're also being really guarded. There's a lot of passion there. You're very drawn to them. But with the Knight of Pentacles, you are still, like, you either see yourself as focused on other things, as unworthy of them maybe, or like they're going to distract you. But in reality, you lie into yourself, Gemini. You're scared. You're going to sabotage this connection because you're holding back your passion. You're restraining what you feel, telling yourself it's better off to be single right now. It's better off to wait until you're successful before you declare what you feel. But you're creating this, like, I feel like this is like a bubble growing up underneath you where you're not expressing it because you think you're being wise. You think you're being real wise when you're not. Okay, clarifying, you're not. Let's look at the Death card here. Clarify Death card. We've got the Knight of Cups, Ten of Swords. Clarify the Death card for Gemini. Wow. Eight of Swords and Four of Wands. With the Moon card. I said that, right? I said it's fear that's doing this to you. So here's that fear again. Over here, you were afraid of, not being good enough. Here, it's fear of not being good enough for this person. So you think with this Knight of Cups and this Ten of Swords, you're afraid that this dream you have is not realistic still. And that it may end, although things seem to be looking up, it may end at any time, and then you're going to end up disappointing this person. So you're being really, how do I put this? You're being really like, I just don't know what to do. I don't know how to make this happen. I don't want this person to hate me if I fail. But you know what's interesting, Gemini, is you also can't let it go. Being around this person gives you this rush of optimism, hope, joy. Like, they're the person that reminds you it's going to be okay. This is worth it. Don't stop fighting for your dream. And that's addictive to you because anybody that's taking their courage in their own hands, or their future in their own hands with courage, right? Sorry, I said that wrong. And is doing things that everybody else is criticizing, appreciates having support. And that's what's creating that's what's creating a transformation in you. Because you can doubt yourself all you want, but this person doesn't doubt you. This person, I think what you're realizing is they're not expecting miracles out of you. All they're expecting is effort. Just put in effort and leave the rest to the universe, because they see what you're fated to do. See? The Queen of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune, they can see your fate. They know what you're meant to do. They know you are fated for success. That's why they inspire you so much. They don't want you to quit. So it's only a matter of time before you start seeing your fate that way too. Let's see this Three of Cups. Clarify Three of Cups for Gemini. Okay, we get the Six of Cups, Eight of Wands, Page of Cups. Wow. And the King of Cups. Yeah. This is not something you can avoid, Gemini. You're going to celebrate this connection sooner or later. They're showing up as Queen of Cups. Over here, you showed up as King of Wands. They're showing up as Queen of Wands. Now, they showed up as Queen of Cups. You're showing up as King of Cups. They're your match. And Six of Cups, they're your soulmate, or they have a really strong soul bond with you, but you fall in love with them over and over. Like they impress you one way, and then you're like, okay, that's cool, let's look at this. And then they impress you that way, you're like, damn, I just fell harder. Okay, let's focus on this other area. Like, it doesn't matter where you turn, you find this person fits you like a glove, like a puzzle piece. And you just start putting your heart in your sleeve, like, okay, this person's meant for me. Why would I fight this? You really start telling yourself, why would I fight this? Which is, yeah, smart move. That's dumb. Why would you fight this, for real? Because you're in love. You're in love, Gemini. Let's clarify this Eight of Wands. Clarify, I'm going to move this over here because it's like at the corner. Clarify Eight of Wands for Gemini. Two of Swords. Six of Wands. Eight of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. See, you're going from the feminine to the masculine in the pentacle sense. You've already put in all the work, and now you're starting to reap a lot of the benefits for it as you just kept going. All it required was for you to keep going. So your success is coming fast as well. Love is coming fast. Success is coming fast. A lot of the things that you kept to yourself, you're now making public. You're now allowing the world to see it. Not just your feelings for this person, but you're receiving awards, accolades, recognition, success, because you've put in all the fucking work. So congratulations, Gemini. This is going to be one hell of a month for you. I'm looking forward to you guys telling me about it. And I will see you guys later. Make sure you comment, share, subscribe, follow, react. Do what you can to let other Geminis get this video. Okay? Bye, guys.